Okay, you know what time it is, man. Uh, like it or hate it, it's that guy, as blue as it gets, back with another cut for the Giants fandom. Just a short one in this off season. Reflecting, waiting, on just whatever right now in the off season. We go through the train, everything like that went well. Guys got out healthy and stuff like that. Start out, and for most people, and so get healthy, get guys play the book, learn up on the playbook. That's pretty much where we're at right now as far as that. But you know, at some point we always find ourselves here in this conversation, man, about the quarterback position for the New York Giants over the last several seasons. It's always come to this point where we have to have this discussion. It seems like where we really you know I don't know how to put it, but we kind of question the things that we've been doing, which is, cool, whatever. With, we reflect on some of the draft picks, maybe free agent pickups and coaching decisions as far as staff, head coaching to the offensive line coach, stuff like that. All that stuff's included when we think about this. But it always seems that when it comes around this time in the off season, before we really get into the thick of it, there's always this kind of narrative around the Giants and the QB position and really Daniel Jones about what the team has done for him and how kind of the fan base, those that are kind of, frustrated with the team's performance over the years, view him or his potential or, if rooting for him means you're rooting for the Giants. Or if you think he might not play well, does that mean you just wish the Giants fell? Stuff like that. The pessimistic view, I guess, is how we'll put it, is that when some fans see that, man, they kind of take it like, automatically as saying that things are gonna break bad for us this season. And for me myself, man, as one of those uh, pessimistic people on occasion, you know, um, me myself or maybe other people in the fandom that are a lot I like that right now. We're kind of past that whole stage of worrying about how people view our opinions on Daniel, how people take our assessments on his play or his contract or any of that really. Because when it comes down to it, man, not to be too hard on anybody in particular, Daniel, Evan Neal, Andrew Thomas, JMS, Ellen Minor, on the defensive side, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns coming in, supposed to be doing what he's supposed to be doing. Banks, um, anybody in the secondary from Jason Pinnock, um, Trey Hawkins. We could keep naming players on players on players on players, even the new guys like Andrew Phillips or Tyler Newman that are just here. Malik Neighbors, who is just here. These are all players we can go through and try to name for the coaches as well, like Diane Dayball, Joe Shane in the front office, uh, Bowen and the defensive side of the ball now, from Anderson and everybody else to the coaching staff from the front line, a DB coach, and linebacking coach, and offensive line coach that we just brought in. We can name all these playful and players and talents and front office staff as to the reasons why the Giants have been kind of bad, whatever. But when it all comes down to it, for some of us fans, it's time that we've already spent maybe last season coming into this season, um, kind of viewing things past what I called earlier in this cut the obstacles that aren't the obstacles in this year. Daniel Jones is not going to be an obstacle, and what goes down this year, man. His play hopefully is a lot better. It should be. You expect it to be better and stuff like that. And what will be in some ways too, because if he gets hurt in the process of being bad or good, it's going to suck. If he gets hurt because he's wanting to play up, and be healthy, to show that he can play up. And that's another thing is that those of us who want to be who might have opinions on this play up until now. It's not like we're sitting here, hoping that he plays just like this to reaffirm our previous opinions or assessments on his play or anything like that. It's just we've gotten to a point where the fandom and the analytics kind of met, man, and at a point, and it was a choice of if I'm gonna let the analytics kind of try to play me into, boosting up areas that there are decent areas in, not saying they're not good areas to be in, or is my, the kind of Giants fandom that, kind of has this legacy of a standard QBs like Eli Manning or even a Phil Simms, being winners is just that for Daniel at this point, he's in that stage where it's not so much about our fandom or even the assessments that people might make on his play or his supporting cast, like the offensive line. Because, like I say, Evan Neal's not been great at all. I don't know if I need to make a whole video on this guy. He's been terrible. He's been playing terrible. He's been hurt a lot. He got hurt in his camp here. We hope he gets healthy, and he plays very, very well. We hope he plays his best as he's ever played in his career. Andrew Thomas, we hope you don't get hurt in the first game and that you play as best as you ever played in your career. JMS, my guy, you're the center. We hope that you become the truest center ever since Sean O'Hara and all them good folks, and that you are the best center that you can be ever this season or any season coming up after this one. But neighbors, we hope you're the best wide receiver that we've had since OBJ. Plain and simple, or even better than OBJ. Please, sir. Thank you very much. No Diddy. Like that's pretty much what we expect from every player on the roster. So for us to take the time and to find DJ and make sure that DJ is aware that, which I'm sure he is now, that is that to be aware of DJ in the whole mix of this shouldn't be really a problem. But it still seems to be kind of a sore point, kind of a sticking point, kind of a hang up for people when they see Daniel Jones has been playing terrible and then they feel some type of way about it. And I understand. I'm a Giants fan. I believe in Daniel. Believe in Daniel for a long time. Last 5, 6 years he's been here. I believe that he has a lot of great potential. I believe that I wish he could take a little, more appreciation of the talent around him and believe in his own abilities and talent and let that ball fly type thing. Fuck it. Neighbors down there, fuck it. Hyatt down there, Wandale down there, Slayton down there. Uh, Thomas down there, everybody down there who need to be down there. Please just throw the ball to him. I'm rooting for Daniel. See, 'cause I'm rooting for these guys to break out and do their things too. And if Daniel's going to be throwing the ball, then that's obviously going to be a factor in that. But if he's not, then it is what it is. And Drew Lock or somebody else will be throwing the ball because he's not applicable. I said this before; it remains the same. Um, yeah, and that's not to be too harsh or too critical or hyper focused on Daniel. It's just that Daniel Jones is the QB1 of the New York Football Giants. And if we're going to be watching the football games, man, he's going to be the guy we're going to be watching. It's not like we're going to be watching an invisible man in a cape out there and the ball floating when it gets hiked back from the center into a shotgun. The ball just floats back, stops all of a sudden. You see it bobbling around, and then suddenly it gets thrown 40, 50, 60 yards down the field, hopefully, or 5, 7 yards down the field to whomever is open or not open, or can get open if the ball is be thrown to him and shit. That's not what's going to be happening. What's going to be happening is that we're going to see a guy, and it's going to be number 8, and it's going to be Jones on the back of that jersey. Yo, I don't know what else, the fandom wants us to say for the fandom that feels certain ways about the QB play and the team play that we've been getting. We all are a collective here, a collective of fandom. But at the same time, man, we are amoeba of that fandom. We're not just one congruent form thing that has the same structured opinion and structured offense that we can't seem to fucking see any other route or any other foreshadow of a fucking guy being open or some shit like that, leverage, and being in phase. If he's even with the guy, he's gone on the guy. Stuff like this. If the end zone is there and there's a fucking 15-yard space, throw that mug there and that man's gonna run that ball down a 10-yard space possibly. It's not I'm not a quarterback to explain these things. I'm not a professional NFL quarterback. I admit this. I have no, affiliations to the NFL to talk about it in such a official manner to say the Giants should do this or should not do this or any NFL team. I can make that as clear as day. So when I make that as clear as day, believe in that fact that I'm making the same thing as clear as day about Daniel's play and what it's going to be in comparative to how the season plays out and his foreseeable future with the team as is right now as QB1. Will he be here and be QB2 because we've drafted somebody else? I don't know. I mean, it, 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 it I mean, of the quarterbacks that we've had since Daniel has been here, from your Jake Fromm to your Mike Glennons to your Tyrods to your Tommy DeVitos to your pre-retirement Eli's, there's been nobody really here at the QB position other than Daniel who has really been seen as that guy who's supposed to be the QB1. So again, I don't know what people want us to do when we have to watch this football team, because some of us watch the team whether they've been good or bad. I know a lot of people probably turn it off at like halftime, shit like that, three quarters in. Maybe they already know the game might be a blowout, so they don't even watch that week, or they're busy, responsible adults taking care of life things, and they can't watch football games because they're on prime time and stuff, or whatever. There's a lot of cases like that, but we watch these games, and many of us see the games, and we see the quarterback play, we see the team play from the offensive line to the defensive line to the defensive linebacking to the quarterbacking to the non-tackling to the tackling to the non-tackling, bad coverages to blown third downs to all this stuff, to poor blocking, to all these things that we have a fucking account of, okay? We are well and aware of tracking these things, and we see these things going into the next season as being key things that need to be good if the team want to be good. Just like Daniel Jones. Team wants to be good and the QB wants to be good, then Daniel Jones has to go play well. Good. Play up. Ball out. Do his thing. And if his thing is not, then Drew Lock is there. He can toss that ball all day and throw as many fucking interceptions as he wants to, because we will have no choice then. Okay? If Daniel doesn't want to throw the ball, we have no choice but to say, Daniel, okay, you don't want to throw the ball, that's cool. Drew Lock, go throw the ball. Health withstanding. I wish well for Guy because I wish well for the team. Do not take what I say as some indictment or some definite 100% factual, definite thing for this guy. But it is my opinion. It is my channel. This is Blue as it gets. If you didn't know, this is not a Kool-Aid channel. I've stated this many a time, but it's not a Kool-Aid channel. That means you don't come here and you're probably not going to hear the most glowing things about all the things that are terrible on the team, and trying to gloss over the fact and polish up the fact and make them shine and sit them down as a turd of the year. Okay. I think that's good enough. It's your boy as Blue as it gets. Dropping it one time for the New York Giants fandom. I'm glad that you might have come back. It's your first time. I already said welcome. And if it's not, hey, how you doing? It's me, that guy as Blue as it gets. Please, if you feel like it, go ahead and like and subscribe for the algorithm and all that, or comment. That's fine too. You don't have to like, subscribe, but do comment if you view some of these and you have some opinions on some of the things. Man, you might have a differing opinion. I won't shark you just because that. I'm very open and understanding, and as long as you have the proper context there to support your opinion, you probably won't have much from me. But yeah, okay, bro, that's cool too. Week one. It's pretty much where we're at. All right. 100. Do what it do, man. Screws out for this summer, and hopefully get out there and team is really doing its thing, man. Early breakout, and that includes everybody. Daniel, it takes a team 53. Peace out.